Oh boy, what a busy time in the world of flight simming. And today we're going to check out the official release of Sim Update 6 whilst flying the Dornia 225 by Carenado. And we're going to attempt to take the Falcon display team out towards their home base for a jump. So yeah, interesting little video today, I hope. And we're going to talk about obviously some of the things that make Sim Update 6 brilliant, and some of the things that make it not so brilliant as well.
A huge shout out to VR Wave for sponsoring and supporting this channel. They do produce the best lens inserts that I've come across for a full range of VR headsets that include HTC, of course Pimax, which you're looking at right now, as well as the Quest, Valve, PSVR 2, you get the idea. And the great thing about lens inserts is they help keep your lenses free from scratches, but also they do account for astigmatism if you're nearsighted or farsighted. And with blue light filters, they also help combat motion sickness and insomnia. So make sure to check out my 5% discount in the description below.
So this is Carenado's latest release, and let's see if we can just take all these tie downs off. Might have to get a bit close to them. No, that doesn't work. Okay, that's interesting. Straight away we've got a bit of an issue here. There we go, that's all right. Just got to get quite close to them. This is a very beautiful model by Carenado. Very, very nice indeed. And it's, in fact, let's just try the controller actually. Hey, there we go. Because I am using the Pimax Super again today, which I'm just really enjoying this headset, folks. Like I've always said, the Pimax Crystal Super range is probably the most reliable of all Pimax headsets to date. And looking at the texture work here of this beautiful aircraft, it's the usual thing that Carenado are so good at. Like, I have reviewed pretty much all of the major general aviation aircraft and biz jets out there, and look at this, the rivets, the PBR work, the texture, refinement, they just do it better than anybody. They really do. Look at this. We'll open the door here, and there's our little parachute guy. Oh, we're inside already. Brilliant. So yeah, there is a few things about Sim Update 6 that are, like I say, good, but also bad. One of the things I'm going to mention straight away is the absence of FSR in the official release, which is a real shame. And I know that if Sven's watching this, you're going to be very annoyed by that, and understandably, because it seemed to be working fine from all accounts. But yeah, they've removed it for now just because of an issue. Now, I'm sure that Asobo will sort that out as quick as they possibly can. But for now, unfortunately, I'm sorry to tell you that FSR is not part of this release. Now, this particular aircraft from Carenado has 14 liveries. It has beautiful sounds, apparently. We're going to have a look at that in a minute in the DMAS audio of the Crystal Super. It has a circuit breaker panel. We have a very nice walk-around feature, which I've just shown. We've got landing gear, emergency extension feature. We've got a whole host of avionics suites, including a weather radar, a flight control system, I think it's called the BK KFC 250 control system, and we have an EFD tablet activation, as well as the usual GTN 750 compatibility, GNS 530, all the rest of it. And this is quite a powerful turboprop. I think it's got around 775 horses with these two beautiful engines. So I'm intrigued to see what they sound like. And a surface ceiling of 25,000 feet. It's a very rugged aircraft as well and can get into many strips. We are taking off today from Kemble, which is by Burning Blue Design. And in the morning sun here, it's about 7:30 in the morning. Just look at that, what a scene. Now, one of the things that does annoy me with Sim Update 6, and it probably is more of an Nvidia issue, but the grass tends to flicker quite a bit and create sort of white flashes. I don't know what's going on there and whether it's an Nvidia problem or a sim problem. I can't see it at the moment, funny enough, now I'm talking about it, but it is there, and you probably might see it as we sort of taxi out. So anyway, let's start this aircraft up, and there is a comprehensive checklist system. I'd recommend using it, although I'm not going to today, so I'm being brave. But I have, well, it's been a while since I've started one of these things up, but I'm going to see if I can remember. So fuel pumps on, make sure the start is on the ground mode so the props are in the correct position. Very nice sound so far. Generator on, I think. And let's see what happens here. Oh yeah, we need to do this as well. Oh, we got something going on here. Vibrations. Oh, that sounds rather nice, I must say. Oh yeah. Yeah, good sound so far, very smooth. RPM's coming up nicely. I'll tell you what, in the DMAS speakers, that does sound really, really very, very good. Liking that a lot. We'll do the same, the left engine. In fact, actually, let's just wait a minute. Still going through our startup sequence. Oh yeah, that does sound... I like the transitions there, the different sounds. Carenado, gotta say, that does sound pretty damn good. Right, let's start number 1 engine. Make sure the generator's on. And enrich. No complaints at all here with the engine sounds. Beautiful. They sound extremely powerful, especially with these DMAS speakers. I'm trying not to shout, actually. I'm trying not to shout here, but that does sound excellent, and the starter goes off automatically, I think. Right, pitot heat. And what else we got here? Inverters, they need to be on. If I can remember where they are. Here. It's all coming back to me. The panel lighting as well. Do the wipers work? Let's have a look. Yes, they do. Very nice. Seatbelt signs, no smoking please, before the jump. I think we're good to go, folks. Now I presume that we don't have headphone simulation. Not entirely sure. That doesn't work. We've got a cup holder there, very nice. Right, parking brake. And let's crack on. So yeah, Sim Update 6, how has it been? It's been a rocky road, as you would expect. But overall, it's positive news. It really is positive news for VR users. And we'll go through some of the major features that I personally am excited about. Oh, look at the scratches there. Well, that's very nice. You know, whatever Caranardo do, I don't know how they do it, but the modelling is just second to none with this. And all of their aircraft. Oh, that's loud. I like that. Very nice. But yeah, very smooth performance. Alright, let's do this. We've got dynamic favorability rendering working with the Crystal Super. Oh, I can feel all the rumbles here through the Moser AY210. 80 knots checked. And she's airborne. Just. Need a bit more back pressure there than I expected. Gear coming up. It's a very unmistakable aircraft, isn't it? It's funny, I saw these at Cosford, I think, with this very bird, and you can really see the distinct shape of the aircraft, even from very high up. A proper workhorse. And Caranardo have done this proud, you know. They really have. Performance feels really good. We're getting a solid locked 45 frames per second. And we are on our way to drop our little parachutist off. Now we are going to head to Bryce Norton, which is the home of the RAF Falcons, I think. And we're going to fly over RAF Airford. Really missed React this year. So sad it got cancelled. But I've got my tickets all booked for next year already. But yeah, in VR, this feels a beautiful place to be, especially with this window. You can really see quite below you here. Let's have a quick look at the cabin as well. Do we have, that doesn't move in, that's okay. Oh yeah, it feels massive in this thing, especially without the seats. Now of course you do have different variants, passenger variants, cargo, and today we're going to drop our little parachute friend. It'd be great if we could actually do that, but yeah, this feels absolutely massive in VR. Performance is superb. Let's now talk about some of the major features of Sim Update 6. So in terms of VR, which I am going to sort of mainly focus on, key features include PSVR 2, which, as you know, has already been updated, but there is some more updates through the graphics pipeline, and I wish I could have tested that, but unfortunately the PSVR 2 I borrowed has now gone back to Gary. Thanks, by the way, if you're watching this. I really appreciated that long-term loan. But I think the main things have been performance and lower memory cost, improved cloud quality as well across the board, and VR control fixes. Specific interactions and bugs that we've had for a while now have been updated. But I think the main thing for me is dynamic foveated rendering and how it doesn't jitter around now when going below 50 in the values, if that makes sense. Before, if you used 40 or below, the sort of jittering would be so annoying, and it wasn't a tracking issue with your headset, it was a weird bug in the sim. Now one thing that still is a bit of a weird problem, and I'm going to test that today with the official release, is the cloud stuttering past you when using dynamic foveated rendering. And when you move your eyes around, the clouds kind of stutter with you. I'm really hoping that's been fixed in the official release version. So it's really great that we've actually got DLSS 4.5 support. I would recommend still though using the DLSS swapper to get the very latest DLSS 4.5 driver. Now, like I've said before in a recent video, I would recommend personally using preset K because it is crispier. You do get a little bit more ghosting, but you know, I think that the image quality is worth it. With preset L or M, which you can only really use with a 50 series card anyway, in performance mode, you do get less ghosting with gauges, but the quality, in my opinion, does suffer for it. So overall, I think preset K is a pretty decent trade-off, especially with that image quality, which does look better than TAA mode when looking outside, or with Steam gauges, which I think is remarkable. It's only when using glass cockpits is when TAA is really much sharper. Anyway, with that being said, we're now over Bryce Norton for our jump, and with this particular model from Carenado, as you've noticed, the door automatically opens. I don't particularly like that. I prefer to open the door myself. I think that's some sort of thing with career mode, because this is compatible with career mode, by the way, if that's your thing. Wow, you can really feel the height here looking down with this window pane. So it's very loud now, folks. Hopefully you can still hear me okay. I think the sounds are very nice. So we're going to imagine now, 3, 2, 1. Our parachute guy has now left the aircraft for his jump. Or maybe he's just too scared today, I don't know. But we'll imagine that's all done now. I'll just show you, if we make a bit of a dive bomb back down to about 4,000 or 5,000 feet, the door will automatically close. Yeah, I really don't like that. That's one thing that I hope they can change, because being able to get into the back in VR and sort of open the door like you can with the, say, the Kodiak, the SimWorks Studio Kodiak, is a much better look. See how it's just basically just, you don't even see it closed properly. So yeah, that's something I'd like to see changed. So please do let me know in the comments below, how are you finding Sim Update 6? I think overall it's a positive experience. There's still work to do, of course. I didn't notice the jittering in the clouds with the DFR enabled. That may have been fixed, but I'll need to test that a bit more. My settings today are extremely high as well. Basically mostly ultra and high. But it does feel solid in VR. It really does. I think Asobo are doing a good job to get MSFS 2024 where it should have been, well, at least a year ago, let's be honest. It was an absolute disaster of a launch, but the sim is definitely where it should be now. And if you are still on the fence and using MSFS 2020, well, there's never been a better time to get into MSFS 2024. Really, it's at a good place now. It really is. Right, let's see how we get on with our first landing here. A little bit slow, but that's okay. I like how there's definitely some turbo lag as well. The turbine lag, rather, sorry, not turbo, turbine lag. Oh, yes, bit of turbulence here as well. Oh, that felt good. Felt very nice, that did. I can't go into reverse because I don't have the right bindings, but yeah, very enjoyable flight that. First one with the official Sim Update 6. Lots of other features as well, but I've kind of focused more on the VR side of things and just testing the performance, of course. But if you want to know the full list of features, I'll have a link to the release notes in the description below, as well as where you can find the Caranardo Dornia 225, which is a very nice bird from them. It does sound good, it flies good, looks amazing. So yeah, I think for £25 or so, it's definitely worth it. Thanks for watching as always. Please feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you again very soon. Take care and bye for now.